So I've already got up this morning and ran to Lowe's. I didn't put any makeup on or nothing because I kind of want it to be a yard work day. And if I'm gonna be out in the yard working and sweating, I'm not putting makeup on. So y'all will just have to get used to that on this channel over here because I'm just trying to keep it real. I got 2 things at Lowe's. 2 reasons that I wanted these are because I needed both of them. So I got both of these yard tools, I guess is what you'll call them, mainly for me because my husband uses really big, heavy gas-powered equipment out in the yard, like his weed eater, his blower, and different things like that. And it's gotten to where I can't even crank them. Like, they require you to choke and do all, I mean, just lots of stuff that is just like kills my shoulder. And if he's not here, I can't get anything, you know, to crank up. Then I can't help in the yard really. So I wanted to get, I've been seeing a lot of reviews. This is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money, but I wanted to show these, and I'm going to show you, you know, some yard cleanup here in just a little bit as well, because you may live alone, you may be a single mom, you may be widowed, or a widower, you know, whatever the circumstances are, you might need something that's just a little easier for you to do some of your yard work. So I have been wanting for a long time a battery powered weed eater and blower, because we have a pool deck, we have a big sidewalk outside, a big concrete patio, a big add-on to our concrete patio, and all the things. And where we live, there's a bunch of dirt in the backyard where we just cannot get grass to grow, so it's just like country dirt road. And you know, we're in and out all the time, so the dirt just kind of, oh hey, accumulates, and leaves and different things like that. So Elizabeth's cat wants to say hi. Anyway, so I wanted something that I could just pick up and use myself without having to go out to the shed and feel like I'm gonna pull my arm out of place. And I could afford it right now. Like probably years ago, I could not afford to go do this. And since we're not doing any major like remodeling or renovation this year, we did that last year, but this year we did not, because we knew we needed to buy Elizabeth a car and we had her high school graduation stuff coming up. So within the budget now, there was some money left to get a few things that I've been wanting. So the first one that I got is this, it's called this Ego brand. It's this Ego brand. And I've been doing a lot of research on it, and I think that these are gonna be just perfect for me. This one, the blower, and I'll show you a better like clip of it, the box and all up close, so you can, you know, see the specs and all that. But it says that it has up to 75 minutes of run time. I am never using the leaf blower for longer than maybe 10-15 minutes anyway. And then it's got a bunch of other stuff that I don't understand what it means. But it does, I do like that it comes with its own battery and charger. So I got the leaf blower, and then I also got, because, so I'm a very independent person, even though I am married, I'm a very independent person, and if I want something to get done, I just want to be able to do it. I don't like having to ask people or wait on people to do it whenever they feel like doing it. So say we are about to have a pool party over here and our weeds around our pool are just so tall. So my husband does work like 45 plus hours a week, and so sometimes it's just hard for him to get home after work and want to strap on a weed eater and go out there and weed eat. So if I'm at home and I have the time and I have the equipment that I can get running and use, I can help with those things. Now I do have an electric weed eater and an electric blower, and I have used those for years when I want to get out in the yard and kind of do what I'm talking about doing right now. But y'all, trying to drag that extension cord around everywhere and yank it around the pool, and it gets stuck on bricks, and it's just, it was just time. So I do have those. This cat is underneath this box trying to attack my legs, and she's stabbing me. So I do have those if anything was to happen to these battery powered ones, but I'm telling you, they are just, the quality of those is just, they are like your absolute last resort. I think I paid like $25 for each of them several years ago. And they do work. If you don't have a yard as big as mine, they would probably work better. But I have a pretty big yard and lots of areas to weed eat and different things like that, and blow off. So I did get the, let me get it around where y'all can see it. So I did also get the Ego trimmer weed eater. It's the 15-inch cordless string trimmer with power load. Again, I read a lot of their reviews, and they do have bigger blowers and they do have bigger weed eaters, just depending on what your needs are. Again, these were bought for mainly for me, and I'm sure my husband will use them too if he wants to or needs to, but he has, you know, his equipment that he buys at different places and all the things that he probably prefers to have, and plus he uses them all around, like out in different areas of our property that require more power than these. So these are just some basic, small, little, easy to handle pieces of equipment for me to use, and I'm super excited. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna unbox these and just kind of, I don't know, show you what's in the boxes in case you are interested. Again, I get nothing out of telling you about this. It is not sponsored. They did not send me this to review. This is strictly just me as an individual purchasing something with her own money because she needed to. And maybe it'll help somebody else out there that is kind of in the same shoes as me, or, you know, a different situation and is interested in something like this. And I'm also going to use these in this video and kind of give you a review of what I think as well, like how heavy they are and different things like that. So let's get these unboxed and do some yard work today. Okay, so here's everything that was in there with the blower. Very simple, like everything was packed really good, and just not a whole lot of different moving parts, which I like. So I'm gonna figure out how to put this together, and then let me show y'all the weed eater stuff. So it's kind of the same thing here with the weed eater. It looks like you got to put on this handle and maybe this little guard thing that goes around down there at the end. I do like it. It came like bent like this, and I guess you can store it like that too. That's pretty cool. But it looks like it has string already in it, which I didn't realize it would come with string. So I had bought this. The guy at Lowe's that was helping me was telling me that, oh, it's upside down, sorry, that it comes with this, and it has something to do with, you know, it's getting low of string when the colors start to change. I don't know if y'all can see there in the middle right there. I don't know how it all works. Like I said, I'll have to, when I put this in, kind of show y'all. But since it comes with string already, I'm just gonna leave that up. Cinder, stop. Anyway, you're supposed to be able to push this button here and load your weed eater string, but we'll have to go over that again another day because it's already got string in it. I am not gonna mess with it. So let me get all these parts and different things put on it and see if we can go outside and test them out. Okay, well, the blower took like 30 seconds to assemble. But I was going to see if the battery is already charged. So here it looks like is where the battery goes. I did briefly look at the instructions, but I'm not known for really going by those too well. I'm gonna see. Okay, so yeah, that just snaps right in there. And then it looks like, yep, that's the little release button. And then you just push the battery in. Let's see, let me turn it around here where I can get to it. And you hear it snap. So let's see if it works. I don't even know how to turn it on. Hold on. Okay, so here's all the, I don't want to scare the cat, so it looks like you can turn it. Whoa, 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 okay. So it looks like the battery is good. And let's see. That says turbo. Okay, so you just pull the trigger to make it start working then, I guess. And okay, no, you turn it all the way and that turns it off. I guess maybe that saves your battery, but still when you pull the trigger it starts to work. I guess you can just adjust it. Okay, so that one is ready to go. Okay, so I got everything open, and I guess this is probably where the handle goes. This little thing there lets you expand it, and I'm going to keep it all the way you know, on the shortest thing because I'm short. And then if my husband wants to use it and open it up, he can too. All right, so let me try to get this on off camera and also get this on. I think this just snaps on somewhere. And then I will show y'all this once it's all assembled because I'm really not understanding how this goes on right now. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this on there. It's already got the 2 screws in there. This was so easy to assemble, y'all. And then it has 2 holes right there. You just put the, line them up and screw those 2 screws on there. So then your little guard is on there. And just takes a Phillips head screwdriver. And then the assembly of this thing will be done. I'll put the battery in it and hopefully be able to test it. I've got the battery on this one. So both of these products came with their own battery and their own charger, which I like. So I will have 2 batteries working for me. I can just use one back and forth and make sure the other one's, you know, either charged or being charged, because the amount of time that I'll probably be using each one of them, I'll probably never run out of one battery at a time, but you never know. So it'll be nice to have a backup. So it says right here that this is the lock. So you're supposed to push that forward. I hope y'all can see that little piece right there. You just push that forward. And then I've got this set to low. So you push that forward and then you just pull the trigger, and that's what's supposed to turn it on. So let's see. Oh, it's so quiet. So easy. Okay, and since these do show charged, I mean, they are excuse me, let me start over. So the machines are working. So these must have some kind of charge on them, but I don't know how much of a charge. So I don't want to get outside later and start working with these and then them only have about 10 minutes worth of charge on them. I don't know how that works. Probably says in the instructions, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and slide these on here and get them charging. It's got green, so I'm going to go read the instructions and just see if that means that they're fully charged or if that means that they're charging. So they're blinking. I don't know. There it goes. It's focusing. So y'all can see they're blinking green. Oh, and it might say right here, let's see, charging, full completion. So I'm thinking that when it's blinking, it's charging, and when it's got a full charge, it'll just be a solid green color. I'm going to go check the instructions to be sure, but I want both of my batteries to be fully charged before I ever start using them. And then what I'm going to do is, we have an enclosed back porch. It's where my laundry and all my stuff is, like my washer and dryer. So I've got a shelf out there, and I think what I'll do is I can just plug these in out there, and then I can keep the batteries charged out there, pull them off when they're charged, put them on when they need it, vice versa. So I don't have to have these in my house. They can just sit on my back porch and be there when I need them. Alright, so this is an area in my backyard that I'm kind of wanting to work on. We'll do some weed eating around this too, because the lawnmower can't get in here. So this will be a good spot to try out the weed eater. But what I'm wanting to do in here is, I think I showed, I don't know, in a video a long time ago that I added this piece of lattice right here to kind of hide this light pole and the water hose behind it and all that. Well, I added mulch to this, and it was very beautiful when I first did it. But y'all, my chickens, and we have a water runs through here kind of problem. So I need to get this cleaned up and fixed. So I bought some white rock to put here. And then I've got these stones from a previous project that we worked on. And so what I'm going to do is just take all of this out, get all this bark mulch out, and then I'm going to lay down some more of the black weed paper, because for some reason I'm getting, I don't know where these holes came from, that these weeds and grass are getting through here so bad. See, like right there? So I'm going to pull all this up, lay down some more black paper on top of this, and then put this border around, because when you have chickens, they want to get in here and scratch all the mulch out too. So that's become a whole issue with a lot of my little 1-inch borders down there. So I'm going to add those right there. I'm going to get a new water hose hanger thing because we had a huge tree limb fall right here and broke our thing that held our water hose when we were getting all those bad storms. So anyway, this is my project for today, is to get this area all in shape and then test out this weed eater here. Okay, I guess there's no way really to do this other than to just do it. I'm just gonna pull these bricks out. What might have happened is our chickens get in here with their sharp, oops, I'm knocking everything over, with their sharp claws, or they peck or something. I probably should get the rake, but I just went and got the broom, but there's a lot of dirt in here. Y'all hear that cow in the background? Country life at its finest. You hear all the farm animals just a-going. Surprised my rooster. Usually anytime I come out here, my rooster starts acting up and wanting to do all his crowing, even in the middle of the day. I can't understand why I have so much dirt in there. Surely that mulch was not that full of dirt. It's just that dusty out here, I guess. All right, let me go get my black paper, pull up some of these weeds, and kind of lay down another layer of black paper kind of along this edge. Okay, so I had some pieces that were already cut, which will probably be good for me. I'm gonna get these weeds out. Mainly just around the edge and a couple spots there in the middle, and I'm trying to see if that's, I'm sorry the traffic is so thick. It's later in the evening now and people are getting off of work and stuff. I don't know why that random hole is there. These little bitty ones could just very well be the chickens or cats get in here sometimes. I'm gonna try to pull these weeds out. Please. By the roots sometimes. They don't want to work. Now my nephew's over there pushing his brush pile all up. He's tried burning it the last couple of days, but it's been so wet. I hear him on his tractor. Y'all might hear it in a minute. Over there trying to get his burn pile off. Going again. Okay, I'm gonna go get my new blower real quick and see if I can get some more of this dirt out of here real quick. My goodness, y'all, this thing is a beast. Okay, I'm gonna go to putting some of this. I think I blew it so the blower did blew it so hard. Some of this black paper started just coming undone. I'll add some, let's see. Oh, that's kind of a lot. The only reason I don't like using like patch pieces is because the cats do get in these beds. Well, they might not on these with the rocks. They do it really bad on the ones with the mulch. So I've been trying not to use a lot of this paper. Let me flip them and just see. Maybe they go like this. So I ran out of daylight yesterday evening. I got to weed eating and all the things. So it's a new day and I went to Lowe's to try to find some pavers that are just like that, but there was not any there that are exactly like this. So I got as close as I could. So I'm gonna try to sweep that out or blow that out. So here's the ones that I got, and I got a few more things of rock. So I would like to try to finish this project up real quick. It literally sounds like it's about to storm again. I was waiting on some of this weather to pass earlier so I could get out here. It has rained. You would think we lived in Florida. It has rained so much here. Okay, I'm trying to fit this last one in here. Actually, I'm gonna take this one out. I bought 7 of these because I wasn't really sure how many I would need. Let's see, that doesn't really make a difference. Oh, come on, you're almost there. So close. Okay, there. I'll just save this other one because you never know. I wonder, see if this one will fit better in this little bit of curve right here. I actually love, another one of my favorite plants is Lantana, because in the Texas heat these grow really well. They like it to be very, very hot and dry. So I'm going to put these in this extra, little pot that I had. And I'll go get some more soil and top it off, but I want to go ahead and get this in here. Maybe I can use that other brick to sit this on. Okay, I got some of my good soil. I think it's about to rain, so I'm going to hold off on watering this. If it doesn't rain, I'll come back and water it. Alright, so let's start getting these rocks in here. Okay, so here is the finished look. As you can see, some of these newer ones that I had all here in the front, did not like how those looked. Like, you can definitely tell they're different. So Kelsey was like, well, Mom, why don't you just spread them out and kind of make like a pattern? And I said, yes, that is perfect. So that's what I did. I've placed one of those newer ones and then like two, you know, of the older ones, and I really like how this looks. I've really got to work on trying to get some grass here. Hello, Piper. She's coming to lick my leg. She's really strange like that. But anyway, yeah, I really like how this looks. I like how this turned out so much better. Now this side is not as pretty, I guess you could say, but this is the side that we use the most for, you know, filling up water chicken buckets, cleaning water chicken buckets, different things like that. So that's why I put most of these stones over here, so that we could step up in here, step on those, sit things on them, and actually use this space for things like that. So I really, really, really like how this looks so much better than it did. And I really am thinking about doing all of the flower beds around my house with this these brick edges here, and a popper and these little rocks. Some of y'all may be asking if you saw my patio makeover. We put a bunch of these rocks in a big bucket, and I was going to use them for another project, but we actually ended up dumping all of those in our driveway, so that's why I had to buy new ones. But I do love this, and this is plastic lattice right here. So this is a plastic lattice piece, and I really like how that kind of hides the other side of this pole. And at night it's really pretty because we did put a solar light up here. My husband attached that up there for me, and it looks really pretty at night shining down on this. And then if we come home at night and we don't have our outside lights or anything on, then that is shining, and it kind of gives us a little bit of a glow to get, you know, through here. That's my $10 thrifted bird bath that I got at a garage sale. It's huge, and everybody comments on that when they come over here because it is so big and beautiful, and the birds love it. There was just some in there earlier. But yeah, I've got to, y'all help me out. What can I put here? This ground is just so compacted and so hard. There used to be huge pine trees back here that we had cut, and I don't know if that's why the grass just does not grow. We have tried to lay St. Augustine grass back here, and this is just how it looks. We cannot get grass to grow back here. So I'm not really sure what we're going to end up doing with this, but I do not like how this is just all dirt. But back to the project at hand. I do love how this turned out. Looks so beautiful, fresh and clean. Another house project done. Super excited about this. And other than a few of the stones that I had to buy new, and the plant that I bought new, and the rocks that I bought new, most of this stuff I already just had around the house and was able to utilize it and just move things around from other projects. All of these stepping stones over here, I've had those for years, just moved them on and off and around the outdoors, many different places. My lantana is about to bloom good. I'm trying to get it good and rooted. I've watered it again. It's so hot here now in Texas that I'm having to water it every day, and hopefully it'll take off and start to bloom and flower and be really pretty. So yes, I am very, very happy with how this turned out. So I hope this gives you some inspiration to do some outdoor projects as well.